Hey everybody, Hendrik here. Today the second video again in English because I got the English supporter with me who's going to tell you some more about the topic of today, which is sports. And Australia is recognized in some way as a country with a lot of obesity, so people that are huge and in some way fat. They are not second or first place, but they are in some way closely behind America. And nonetheless, there are a lot of sports here in Australia that are really popular, and so many people are sporty. So there's this difference between it, and because there's so many interesting sports here, I'm going to tell you about them today. And yeah, first up, they are really famous for cricket. That's a sport where they compete all over the world with, and not just cricket, also they are good at soccer and all kinds of sports. And although there are not so many people living in Australia, they usually compete with so many teams, national and worldwide, and are famous for their being good at sports. And because of course it's good weather here and it's warm, people like to go to the beaches and to the water, and there's a lot of sports that's been done in the water. For example, surfing, as you could think of. There's a lot of surfing schools here and different kinds of water sports that they do and are really good at. And of course, there's big waves here, so perfect therefore. But not just that, there's also more usual sports like running or stuff. There's a lot of people that just mop up and meet up in big groups in Sydney. I noticed that a lot, and you just chase each other and have fun by running through the streets. And there's more team sports styles, for example, besides cricket. Also there's tennis, and the children, they get right on into the sports from young on. So the parents, they really like to push them into trainings and get them personal coaches to just get them motivated. And there's a lot of championships between the younger ages, so that's a big thing. Besides cricket, also tennis. And as well, there is this football where Australia has his own style developed, and therefore I have someone who's just going to tell you more about that style. It's my friend, and she's in some way experienced in that kind of sport.
Hello everybody. There's two different types of football here in Australia. So there's rugby and Aussie rules football. So with rugby, it's a different shaped ball. It's like an oval, and then with that you'd score a try. There's two different types of championships. So there's the rugby league and rugby union, and then with the Aussie rules, so it's quite similar to like Gaelic football that we have in Ireland. So they can run with the ball like in their hand, they can like throw it and they can kick it. So you're not stuck to the one method of kind of playing. You don't just have to like kick the ball on the ground like in soccer. That would kind of be the differences. And then rugby would be more popular in New South Wales, and Aussie rules is more popular than in Victoria. But again, so they'd only play that within the states of Victoria, so all the different teams within the states, and they'd play those with. And then of course there's obviously like a rugby Australian team, so they'll play with like worldwide in the Rugby World Cups and stuff.
Yes, okay, cool, thank you, Zoe. And as you heard, when she mentioned Irish, Gaelic stuff, Zoe is from Ireland. And as she said, there's different kinds of the part of Sydney, where Sydney is in. New South Wales, they do the rugby more, and the more southern part, that's Victoria, that's the state there. They just do another sport, what they call, in a funny way, footy, because they just like to abbreviate stuff, shorten it. And so they have their fun with their own game, and it's all over there, and they just compete to each other and have fun. And a family that we both know, they also have a son who is really into this sport, and they are just always cheering up and going to every game. They just visited, and I think one of the loudest shouting, because it's just an important thing for the families here in Australia to have their sons, daughters, and just in general the children to do sports and be in some way productive or challenging in their favorite sport, what they like. Yes, that's it about sports. Thanks, Zoe. Yeah, and see you guys. Bye. Okay, hey. Okay, camera. Gotcha. Okay, hey zusammen. Oh, warte. People are a little more fat. Wie sagt man das?